Nice. Nice.
So many people talking about it. This commotion at the theme park definitely made waves.
The family promised they would protect the family needs to provide a reasonable explanation, or I'll take my loved ones and return to reality. I thought the dreamscape was supposed to be a paradise. If it's not, then there's no point staying here.
It appears the good sir has seen many great events. And it's true that an uninvited guest has unexpectedly entered the dreamscape. However, their target is not the ordinary guest.
Miss Robin, I know the Bloodhound family has already... The family can try their best to protect their reputation.
But as you can see, sir, perhaps the dreamscape is not as perfect.
I could stay here.
Of course. With the charming... Hello.
Nothing to be worried about.
Hey, are you a fool?
I'm sorry.
Hey, don't sweat it.
Oh, we've sealed off the theme park. Most guests are used to bizarre phenomena in the dreamscape, and so far...
Rest assured, Miss Robin will intensify...
I trust you guys.
Well...
Actually, I was there shortly after it happened. Is it true that the IPC's ambassadors came with ill intent? And that Galaxy Ranger who easily cut through the sky?
Miss Robin, tell you the truth, everyone's been talking about it. The myriad factions on Penacony have already been causing unease for everyone.
Thank you all for your loyalty towards the family. The planet of festivities has indeed run into some trouble. The representative from the IPC, of course the family did not agree. The result of the failed negotiations is as you see it now.
No wonder. So this is the main reason why the IPC staff are banned from entering the dreamscape. Did they apprehend the troublemaker in the end?
Don't worry. Mr. Sunday is currently tracking his whereabouts, and I'll have something to show for it soon. However, given the situation, the IPC surely won't let...
Please be assured, Miss Robin, we...
Thank you for your hard work. This is a small gift prepared by the Iris family for the guests. There's one...
I can't believe I received a gift from Miss Robin.
If trouble comes knocking on our door, we're not afraid to go to war.
Miss Robin?
I didn't expect to meet a fan here.
I can't believe I'm actually meeting the real Robin. Shouldn't you be preparing for the...
Preparation is important, but the ceremony is fundamentally regarding the recent mishap. I understand it.
But, are you sure it was actually a miss? Plus, I met that generous gentleman. He looked really...
Everyone, please do not panic. I believe that the fam...
Even if you say so, Miss Robin.
Some people just never listen, do they?
Miss Robin?
Still, I suppose I should keep on helping everyone.
Huh? What was I just doing?
Here, take this, little guest. This gift has been specially prepared for you by the fam. Make sure to take good care of it until the opening of the Charmony Festival. You never know. Something very exciting might happen.
We're back to where it all began. You entered the golden hour from this place. It is a pleasure to journey alongside you once more. I'm fine. Sorry, I hope I haven't scared you. I know you have many questions. Do you remember in that instant before it killed me? I saw the reflection of another dreamscape in its ghastly pupils. So, following the clues in the script, I came up with some theories about the meme. That's why I instructed Silverwolf to issue invitations, drawing everyone to the Dreams Hotel. I intended to call upon death before you arrived, to solve the riddle using more direct means. It is how you see now. I was impaled by the bladed wings of death, but after the momentary numbness subsided, I found that my body was absolutely unscathed. I was still alive. And it was just as I thought. I had arrived at a place starkly different from this beautiful dream. Beneath the dreamscape of Penacony lies another, more chaos. And so, then I returned to the hotel in the dreamscape, hoping to tell you of its existence. And after, all my attempts proved futile. It wasn't until not long ago, when a crimson blade of light shattered the high wall of the dream. And that's it. That is all that's happened so far. I know it's tough to believe all this without reservations. Now, let's leave this place. Please close your eyes. Take a deep breath and visualize the dreamscape's outline in your heart. And remember, you must 3, 2, 1. Don't be afraid. The one who has come to greet us has arrived. could do this. Do you have a driver's license?
I do.
That is... surprising.
Why? Because this is Japella, the city of sins?
No, it's nothing. I'm just thinking that you haven't slept in 20 system hours.
I'm fine. I'll survive.
I'm not so sure about that. Slow down a bit.
Infiltration is over. Feel free to activate Sam anytime you like.
There's still some time before the next part of the script unfolds. Let me stay a little longer in this body. Such a long tunnel.
In half a system hour, it will lead us to Kafka. And then comes the downfall of the Japella Brotherhood.
Is that also part of the script?
It's in your script too.
Sorry. I didn't notice.
Their destiny won't change just because of your selective ignorance. I told you before, it's a bad habit.
What about you then? Is this the moment you finally find the death you've been looking for?
As always, it's a blank slate. It's not on this planet. Why the sudden inquiry?
Because I'm currently in a car with a sleep-deprived driver. I just want to get there in one piece.
This car has full self-driving capabilities.
Hey, don't take everything so seriously. Elio would always say there's only one type of destiny. The inescapable type. But before that moment arrives, we can still choose what we do.
After today, Japella's name will disappear from cosmic history. That's your next stop.
Land of the dreams. Penacony.
I hope you find whatever you seek there. Be it answers or salvation.
Glad to see you're safe and sound.
Close your eyes. This is the answer.
The question that has been perplexing us, does death really exist in Dreamscape? Every emergence of that meme is related to the Watchmaker. Since
The atmosphere here is starkly different from the beautiful dream, but from the whispers of the residents.
it's that man again, always in the right place at the right time. Though that does save us the trouble of looking for him. Himiko and March have already made a move. Get ready. We're about to set off.
The real Dreamscape. The land of the exiles. Before we go, should we speak to everyone first?
Keep going straight down this alley and it'll lead to an elevator. It'll take us to the center of the land of the exiles.
What a huge clocky. Looks like the Watchmaker also left his mark on Dreamflux Reef. there's a settlement of this size within the dreamscape, and all beyond the family's reach. The atmosphere in this fortress is pretty different from that in the beautiful dream.
When I first saw it, I was in awe too. What's even more bizarre is that this place is also separated into trade and...
Though both dreamscapes have distinct styles, the architectural designs are quite similar. But there's no point in overthinking things. Let's meet up with Himiko and the others first.
Take a right turn at the end of this road and you'll reach the trade district. There are more people there. And perhaps someone knows where she is.
Not coming with us?
The Astral Express likely needs room for some internal deliberation. In the meantime, I'll try and locate Gallagher.
Sure. Let's reconnect later. Letting her go was the right decision. Further observations are needed before we decide whether to trust her. But first, there's someone I need to talk to. Let's go. I'm sure you've already noticed him. He's right over there. The Reverie Hotel's bellboy. How did he end up here? We'd better check, just to be sure.
Huh? You were the guest from before. We meet again!
Hello, Misha. I'm Welt. We met in a dream. Oh. And who might this be?
Tick-tock! Old friend and new friend! Let's high-five!
Your, memory zone mean?
Nope. Clocky is a good friend of mine. We all live here. How did you two get here? This dreamscape isn't...
So, this is your home?
Yep. After my work in the beautiful dream ends, I'll...
This... Sleepy.
Sleepy is a memory zone meme. Looks fierce and has many eyes.
Based on the description, that meme is indisputably death. A nightmare for the family, but for the people who live here, well, that couldn't be further from the truth.
Death? Not in a dream, surely. Sleepy's just a little aggressive, and sometimes messes up by fetching the wrong guess. But it would never hurt anyone.
I see. Has it brought back any guests recently? Say, in the last day or two?
I see. Then you'll have to speak with Gallagher. But, Mr. Yang, the person you're looking for, is it Miss Robin?
Just as I thought. Considering what happened with Miss Firefly, this doesn't come as a surprise.
If you're looking for Miss Robin, I can lead the way. She told me that she'd be willing to meet with outside guests.
If it's not too much trouble. Also, we're looking for our missing companions.
Oh, I haven't. But please, rest assured. How about this? Since it's your first time here in Dreamflux Reef, she's gone to Mrs. Grace's to visit the children.
All right, then. We'll follow your plan. Well, we now know the answer to both murder cases that have caused such commotion in Penacony. As... no idea. Say, you mentioned before that you saw Clocky that only you could see, right? I can't shake off this strange feeling. Am I really still so young at heart? Forget it. It's not.
you can see the most spectacular view of Dreamflux Reef.
A black hole? No. And a
Oh, so Mr. Yang is also versed in Memoria dynamics. Look! There she is!
My calculations are finally done. Who are you all, and why haven't you left yet? This place is about to disappear. I'm Kami, a dreamscape surveyor specializing in Memoria dynamics. See that huge gaping hole? But the scary part is, according to my calculation, by constantly improving upon Madame Rosalina's Memoria measurement method, after 10 system hours, the Dreamflux Reef will cease to exist!
Please don't worry. This sort of thing has happened many times before. Miss Kami isn't a bad...
You don't say. There was something else that piqued my interest.
Oh, do you know her too? Or are you also a fan of Memoria dynamics?
We're very interested in Madame Rosalina's achievements.
Why, of course! She's an excellent scholar of Memoria dynamics. Regrettably, due to the presence of the Garden of Recollection, I came to Penacony to learn more about my idol. I felt it. The source is in the Golden Hour.
Does the name Madame Rosalina sound familiar to you? That's right. It seems like she did a great deal of research and calculations in Dreamflux Reef before abruptly passing away.
Miss Kami regularly mentions her. I hear Madame Rosalina passed away during the prison war.
Perhaps.
Our destination is the commercial district. That's where the largest crowds gather in Dreamflux Reef. We might be able to find the others there. Let me go! Ghost, there's a ghost!
Oh my. Mr. Yang and Miss Trail, quickly, come help.
Let me go! Let me go!
Well, this is how it turned out. Ha ha, you're a regular comedian. He thinks he's dead. Although, when I first fell in, I also thought the same.
Dear guest, this is not the afterlife. This is Dreamflux Reef.
That's right. Did you hear that? Repeat after me. Dream?
You're talking to someone invisible. If I'm not dead, what am I? Stop asking! You'll alert the monsters! All the dead are right here. All of them!
You're not talking about the memory zone meme, are you?
Don't say that name! It's all your fault. They're coming! I'm okay.
Still water to the plate. That'll take more than...
I'm on guard.
I weep for the departed. It too shall fall.
He passed out. His intense negative emotions attracted the nearby memory zone memes.
I see. But why aren't the other people around here scared?
Unlike in the Sweet Dream, people here don't see memory zone memes as dangerous monsters. But we can't just leave this man here. Can we take him somewhere safe?
We can ask Jessie for help. I've gotten to know many locals while waiting for you guys. Everyone here is living a self-sufficient life. I don't know how to describe it, but this place feels like the real dreamscape. Evening, Jessie.
Welcome, Miss March.
These two are my friends. As for the man...
I see. There have been a lot of new faces lately.
Do such things often happen here?
Not really, but this man has had quite the shock.
A Hellovian lady?
That must be Robin.
Huh? Robin? But I thought she...
Misha is about to take us to her to find out what happened.
We met some stowaways in the residential area. I heard that places like Dreamflux Reef are scattered throughout the memory zone of Asdana. I also heard that when Dreamflux Reef took shape, it was the center of all dreamscapes in Penacony.
If that's true, it's no wonder there are so many similarities between this place and the Sweet Dream.
Himeko must be gathering information. Let's hurry up and get going. This is where we split up. She can't be too far away.
So that's how it is. I never imagined we'd gather the remaining details here.
Himeko, here they are.
Ah, perfect timing. Now that everyone's here, I'd like...
It's a pleasure to meet the Nameless.
You know us?
I've been keeping an eye on you since the day you arrived in Penacony. Please, allow me to formally introduce myself.
Gravekeeper.
Life in Dreamflux Reef is pretty liberating. Everyone here mostly keeps to themselves.
You're too modest, Micah.
So, guardian of sorts.
Hmm? Were you talking to me, Mr. Yang?
Mm-hmm. On that note, Mr. Mika, which tombstones are you referring to? We didn't come across any graveyard when we arrived.
They're actually just symbolic stones. But before that, you have an important guest joining you.
An important guest? Who could it be?
This way, please. The roads here in Dreamflux Reef are a bit run down, so watch your step. There she is.
It really is her! Everyone sang so wonderfully. It's not often that I tried this music style.
Oh, I can't thank you enough, Robin.
It was nothing, Grace. Life must be quite difficult for them in reality, I imagine.
That's right.
Whenever it's time to say goodbye to these kids.
It seems you truly are a child of the Harmony. Emma and Andy are orphans I took under my wing. If we compare people to birds, these kids are like fledglings with impaired wings. And me, an old lady with no legs.
I'm glad that you found a new life here in Penacony. It's just...
Don't worry, Robin. Drink much, you know what? Emma and Gary aren't plagued by their insecurities anymore. No, you see, in dreams we learn how to live.
And should our feathers be damaged, then we share our wings with one another. There's no need to covet an illusory sky in dreams, because we have the right and the ability to fly towards a broader horizon.
It's a relief to see you safe and sound, Miss Robin.
It's nice to see you all again, Astral Express crew.
Since you're here...
Ever since I returned to Penacony, but now it seems... the root of the problem goes way beyond me.
The sweet dreams collapse.
While I was away from Penacony, later, I discovered the secret letters from the IPC ambassador, the land of the exiles, concealed by the family under the guise of death. A dream within a dream, where Penacony's past is buried.
Hearing you speak, it sounds as if your voice has made somewhat of a recovery.
I hate to admit it, but the harmony in this place resonates more broadly than within the sweet dream. It's regrettable, but the family has experienced betrayal. This is not the strong defending the weak, but rather the strong exploiting the weak.
Could there be another force influencing the family's shift in philosophy, Miss Robin? Considering what happened with Acheron, it's...
I'd heard about what happened to the Cienjo Alliance. Regardless, I cannot accept my home is moving towards the very opposite of what the Harmony represents. I must uncover the reason why Mikhail cut ties with the family. I've decided to forgo my role and never step foot on the Charmony Festival stage again.
Look here, brother. A little bird.
Looks like a fledgling Charmony dove. But Charmony doves don't live here. So how did this little bird get here?
It looks weak and frail.
This place is too dangerous for a fledgling.
Okay. A bird like that must have a beautiful singing voice.
I'll ask the
A cage? But then it won't have the freedom to fly, right?
Let's see. What is it that has captured the attention of the two best interpreters of the Great One? Oh, poor little thing.
I do. But I don't want to lock it up in a cage.
Why?
Even if it's small and not fully feathered and can't sing, it didn't come into this world just to be locked up in a cage. Birds, they should be flying free in the sky.
That's quite the romantic idea.
I think she's right.
Ah, I see. As you probably know, Charmony doves can fly through the air. We've seen this spectacle so many times that we think it's just something they can naturally do. Their ancestors were too weak to survive on the ground after countless attempts by many generations.
So, you mean birds aren't born to fly, but they find a way to do it through their determination, right?
Well, that's an idealistic way of putting it.
I think people believe birds are meant to fly because they've never seen those birds crashing to their death.
That's an interesting perspective.
For now, I'll keep it in a cage until it can take care of itself because I want it to live. No matter what.
Well said, kids. It seems each of you has found your own answer.
We will take good care of it. Won't we, brother?
Yeah. But, Mr. Gopherwood, there's one thing I don't quite understand.
And what might that be, my son?
What if this little Charmony dove never learns to fly in the end? I mean, if there are fledglings in this world that can never fly throughout their lives, should we let them go back to the sky? Only to see them crash to the ground and die?
Talking in your sleep, Birdie? Time to wake up. Huh? Need a hand?
I'm still alive?
Yeah. Happy about that.
Where is Robin? Tell me. Now.
I knew that was going to be the first thing you'd ask. Don't worry, your sister is here. If I were you, I'd be more worried about myself.
If you wanted to kill me.
So, you figured out who I am, huh?
Choice.
You are aware of my plan and see through my act. I'm suggesting we cooperate.
Cooperate?
The fact that the famous Robin has chosen my side.
I find it hard to believe a man who's full of deception.
Fine. You don't have to trust me. The sense of justice inside of you.
Show me Robin first.
All right. As you wish. Here she is.
Huh?
What's your trick this time?
Just kidding. I mean, this lady will lead us to Robin, right?
And the crew, too. There are too many people who you owe an explanation.
That'd be great. Please follow me, Honorable Oak family head. Now, all the actors are on the stage.
This is the monument I mentioned earlier. The names inscribed on it should be familiar to all of you.
Rosalina and Tiernan.
When Penacony was known as a frontier prison, it was the Trailblazers who connected it with the stars. However, today, the planet of festivities is nothing but sweet dreams.
If their names are inscribed here, then that means...
According to Micah, they died long ago.
Rosalina was killed during the War of Independence. Tiernan was a skilled gunslinger, strong and reliable. In the decade following the war, Penacony faced challenges internal and external. To protect Asdana, Tiernan took up the way of the Trailblaze and led the Lampmoth family to explore beyond the system, only to be surrounded and wiped out by the Swarm.
Though I had expected as much, the tales of these heroes truly are sorrowful.
True to the title of Trailblazer, they spent their lives venturing into the unknown. But what about this tablet? There are no names carved on it.
When Dreamflux Reef was created, its owner was still alive. However, he insisted on erecting a monument for himself, saying that it will happen someday. Here we meet again. Everyone from the Astral Express.
Robin.
I promised to give the siblings some privacy, so let's talk about our business first. What do you say?
That sounds sensible enough. Since you went through the trouble of gathering the family head, the crew...
Oh? Is it that obvious?
The look on your face is practically screaming, I'm the one behind all this.
You're right, Mr. Yang. The siblings already know what they need to, and they've made their choice. Before we begin, let me reintroduce myself. I'm the founder of Dreamflux Reef. As Gallagher, the history fictionologist, I humbly extend my greetings to you all.
History fictionologist? So what, everything you told us was made up?
Well, don't worry. Almost everything I shared was true. Well, except for the part about the family accepting me back.
I double-checked with Micah, and everything he said about the family, the watchmaker, and Mikhail is true.
Thank you for your understanding. Now let's get down to business. I'm sure you're all wondering why I went through the trouble of setting up this battle for the legacy. Well, it all boils down to something very familiar to all of you. The Stellaron.
The Stellaron? But how is that possible?
You're totally correct. So, care to take a guess at what that means? How keen. Well, what should I say? I expected nothing less from the person here who is the most familiar with Stellarons. The sweet dream doesn't come out of thin air. To achieve this feat, without the help of an Emanator of Remembrance or Enigmata, the only way is to use a Stellaron. And that's not something you can achieve with a simple wish. It requires vast quantities of knowledge, time, and manpower. In Azdana, the planet
of festivities itself is a Stellaron disaster?
It all started a long time ago, back when the Watchmaker and his crew liberated the frontier prison. The Stellaron first entered the Azdana system during the war. The Nameless warned everyone against the folly of attempting to tamper with such a power. The turning point came after Tiernan's death. With two of the Nameless gone, the Watchmaker had to go to the front lines. By the time a representative from the Montour system's family arrived at the Watchmaker's call, the Stellaron had already been activated and was seeping into the primordial synesthesia dreamscape.
And I suppose the family happened to possess the knowledge to seal the Stellaron?
Not just that. They knew far more about the Stellaron than the average person. They helped those three eras were known as the Age of Dreaming.
Then, how did they turn against each other?
Remember the island in the ocean metaphor? It's people's lives. The opulent dream is built upon the decay of spirits, with a toxic elixir called pleasure flowing through the dreamscape. Confusion, laziness, and cowardice. Sadly, we realized this far too late. At my wit's end, I had to use the power of the Enigmata, and sought refuge in this chaotic realm. Dormancy. That's its real name. We exploited a loophole. You see, regular people can't fall asleep again while they are inside the dreamscape.
So this is the true meaning of the impossible.
It's not just that. Above all, I wanted to see what happens when the major factions engage in a struggle for the legacy.
So, the legacy is just a facade.
If you want to consider the Stellaron as the legacy, I'm totally fine with that.
If that's the case, where is the Stellaron now?
That's a question for Mr. Wings. The Stellaron is still under the family's control, and as the head of the Oak family, I'm sure he holds all the answers. Are you done talking? So, will you tell us where the Stellaron is?
It is the Penacony Grand Theater itself.
As I suspected. It's the embodiment of the family. The edifice that first materialized within the Sweet Dream.
As for the person who employed its power, it is in fact Mr. Gopherwood, the current Dream Master.
Well, that was easier than I thought. Did you conduct your own investigation already?
Correct. When I was trying to track down the person who murdered my sister, apart from you, Gopherwood was my second suspect.
Confronting me first turned out to be a smart move on your part.
I didn't have other options. The Dream Master has been elusive. Moreover, Mr. Gopherwood has been kind to my sister and me.
What do you mean by that?
To be honest, my brother and I are also victims of the cancer of all worlds. But I can't just stand by and watch Mr. Gopherwood become an enemy of the Harmony. I won't step on that stage and sing. No matter who the traitor is, or what orders they give me. You're the paradise in our dreams.
Indeed. For the paradise in our dreams. As the head of the Oak family, I'm responsible for ensuring Penacony's promising future. I'll fight alongside you. We'll put the Charmony Festival on hold and make sure Mr. Gopherwood pays for his blood debt.
The enemies you are about to face aren't like this old dog here, who can barely even bark. Since our interests are aligned, why don't we team up? Maybe, just maybe, we'll have a shot at success.
We have always been following in the footsteps of our nameless predecessors.
Yeah, we Nameless won't back down from a challenge. Isn't that right, Miss Trailblazer? Exactly!
Rest assured, sitting on the sidelines isn't in our nature.
Thank you, Mr. Yang.
Thank you all very much.
The Charmony Festival is about to start, and time is against us. We must...
Everyone, let's gather over here. We still need to make some preparations. I may have been quick to step up to the plate, but...
Uh-huh? Even you're saying that, Mr. Yang?
He's the leader of the families of Penacony.
Maybe you can just stay behind this time, Mr. Yang?
No, that won't do. You're still carrying the keepsake the IPC envoy gave you, right? Huh. I knew it. As I suspected, this chip Aventurine gave to you is actually a miniature transmitter. If I'm right, he intends to use it to track your location or contact you when needed. As it so happens, this may actually be of some use in the current situation.
Aventurine? Is he still alive?
Remember what I said earlier? Working with the IPC is a way to keep the family in check. If negotiations go south and the family show their true colors by going after the Stellaron, the only question mark in all of this is Aventurine's current status.
Good luck to you, Welt.
Well, you take care too. If anything goes wrong, don't worry about me. Just make sure to seal the Stellaron.
Spoken like a true hero. Even if the Dream Master is innocent, the family's corruption runs deep.
Don't you have something else to tell us, Gallagher?
Why would you say so?
Before we departed, the conductor asked us to inquire about the three nameless in Penacony. If I'm not mistaken, we've already met him somewhere, haven't we?
It's not enough to say meet, but the answer is pretty obvious. After all, I've hinted at it in quite an evident way. I've been watching over you ever since I received the reply from the Astral Express. And I've seen the great effort you all put into linking different realms together across the cosmos. Miss Himiko, were you the one who repaired the Express and got it sailing through the cosmos again?
Yes.
And you two, young Nameless, you have very interesting life stories and extraordinary skills.
What? Hey, you can't just make up titles like that.
You're full of energy. Please send my regards to the conductor, Pom Pom. As for the last Nameless, he embarked, disembarked, and embarked again, traveling in a great circle, ending up back where he started. On his deathbed, he told me to find the Astral Express and deliver an invitation to the future Nameless. He left behind a special gift, a true legacy. Something that belongs only to the successors of the Trailblaze. Come with me. Now is the time to reveal it.
Back here again.
Sometimes I feel like you're still alive, old friend. Like you've still got so much to say and do. I've kept my promise, brought the future Trailblazers you've waited so long for. I don't know why you were so obsessed with that train, but I remember your last words. Don't let us down, old man.
What's happening?
Go ahead. His resting place lies in the garden up ahead. The first and last Nameless of Penacony. Mikhail Char Legward, the Watchmaker.
Sure enough, the Watchmaker is the third Nameless. Even I could guess that one.
The legacy he left behind was a dream bubble. I believe inside that bubble, there's something that holds meaning only for the Nameless. After all, when I checked its contents, I found nothing inside. Maybe some Trailblaze runes? Even more mysterious than me.
Well, let's have a look.
Wait, what's going on? Seriously? inside this dream bubble? How could a dream bubble be empty?
Just as I suspected. That old man always had this strange belief in the nameless and the trailblaze. I could never figure out what was going on in that old man's head. That mischievous old man.
Don't think that's the case, Gallagher. I'm sure Mikhail has left us the most precious thing of all.
Don't start getting all philosophical on me, all right?
Just as Mikhail believes in the nameless of the future, there must be something contained in this dream bubble. It's just we haven't figured it out yet.
Well, I'm a follower of the Enigmata. My philosophy forbids me to have faith in anything. That's why I understand what faith means in the path of Trailblaze. And I also want to know what he left behind.
Can I borrow your pet? I need to make a trip back to Golden Hour and check something at the Dreamscape sales store. It's for Mikhail, and for the future of Penacony.
Welcome to the Reverie Hotel. How may I help you?
Greetings. We're the Nameless from the Astral Express, and we'd like to check in.
The Astral Express? But I thought...
Yes, my companion's already checked in. My name is Dan Hang, and I believe my personal information is recorded in your system.
I see, but your companion said you wouldn't be coming due to a change of plans.
Now the plans have changed again.
And you are...
Me? I'm Pom Pom.
He's my fellow trailblazer.
Oh, I see. Another one of the Nameless had a similar situation. Since there's a precedent, it shouldn't be a problem. Just give me... I'm sorry, dear guests, but it seems I'm unable to reach the other members of the Astral Express.
What do you mean by unable to reach them?
My apologies. This is the first time I've encountered a situation like this.
How about this? Give me their room number, and we'll go check on them ourselves.
I'm afraid that's not possible.
How about you just wake up someone? Let's say, Wilt?
I'm sorry, but there are strict rules regarding forced...
So nothing works, huh? What's your solution then?
Please be patient. We need to contact your companions in order to confirm your identities.
And now it seems you need to confirm our identities before you can contact our companions.
It seems so.
Fudge!
Please calm down, dear guest.
I don't think she's trying to give us a hard time.
I have a bad feeling about this.
Something doesn't seem right. I need to leave for a moment.
Sure thing. Just don't keep me waiting forever. Don Hung seems pretty worried about his companions. I should give him some space. Stressing out about it won't help anything.
The Charmony Festival is about to start.
Hey! You guys here for the Charmony Festival too?
Well, I didn't come all the way here specially for the festival.
Well, back in my home world.
Oh, come on.
Well, you never know, right? Anyway, let's forget about that.
Unsettling things?
Relax. With a big event like this.
Oh, that's a relief. Well, looks like I won't get any fudging clues out of me.
Greetings. I'm Cody of the Bloodhound family, head of security.
Hello. So,
There's something I wanted to ask about. Do you think there's anything to be worried about? I've traveled all the way from the Hawaii Federation and...
What do you mean?
Wait. You haven't heard?
I'm not sure where you heard those rumors. At present, all of the families are focused on making sure the festival starts on time.
That's a relief to hear. She doesn't appear to be acting. So, it seems that even the hotel staff are out of the loop. Back already?
Hasn't she returned yet?
Nope. Neither the staff nor the guests seem to know anything about what's happening in the dreamscape, and...
I agree. Another unusual thing is that the Oak family is supposed to be in charge of I walked around the hotel, but didn't...
Well, I'll be forked.
We shouldn't linger.
Not so fast.
Are you suggesting we sit here and do nothing?
I wouldn't say do nothing. They don't want to attract unwanted attention from certain outsiders, so...
If I were a family member...
Of course, we don't...
A secret signal.
That's right.
Oh, a concrete object can indeed help the memo keeper establish...
I'm sorry. But it's one of my quirks. I have...
How do we get into the VIP lounge?
This is where my street smarts come into play. You're the lobby manager, right?
Yes, I am.
We're the Nameless from the Astral Express. Now, we've been waiting here forever.
Is this your idea of street smarts? Starting an...
It's called standing up for your rights.
I apologize for the inconvenience.
Just don't call yourself Nameless next time.
Wow, this bar's something else. Certainly worthy of the planet of festivities.
Good evening, gentlemen.
Hey, I have an order for a bottle of Donna's White Oak.
Donna's White Oak?
Oh, no way. Are you sure you're not mistaken?
If someone had reserved such a beverage, I would definitely remember it. It sells for hundreds of thousands of credits per bottle, after all.
That's strange. Well, could it be that the Met...
Then what should we do now?
No need to rush. Now, let's see what kind of juice malts you all have here.
Wow, that's the most expensive one on the list.
It's on the house, anyway.
What can I get for you?
Anything you recommend is...
Then I would recommend today's special, Glass Village. It's...
This flavor. Dynamite barbecue with rocket fuel. Ooh!
Dynamite barbecue with rocket fuel.
Hey, this guy doesn't know anything at all.
As long as you're satisfied.
Let's give the memo keeper another half-system hour. If she doesn't show up, we'll need to come up with a new plan. In the meantime,
The situation is unclear. It's unusual for the followers of the Harmony to invite other factions.
Actually, there's something else I'm concerned about. Regarding Acheron. As you know, the faction that follows the path of the Hunt are some of the most dangerous folks in the cosmos to mess with. Isn't there a saying among the Xianzhou people that the Rainbow Sect lets their Lux arrow do all the beating?
Talking. Do all the talking.
Well, you know what I mean. Even though the galaxy with that Acheron lady, she doesn't seem like a lunatic at all.
And you believe that someone like her would have an ulterior motive for impersonating a Galaxy Ranger?
I'm not entirely sure, but I do have my suspicions.
Anyway, What worries me more are the anomalies within the family. Unless the invitations weren't sent by them. If that's the case...
Maybe it's Shipei the Harmony pulling the strings. People do stupid things out of irrational impulses, but Eons don't.
You think Shipei's will is behind all this?
It may not necessarily be Shipei. It's much simpler when you boil it down to the eons and paths.
But in my opinion, Akavili's fall holds significance for the Nameless.
Oh, so you're saying the Nameless now have to take responsibility for their own choices because...
Exactly. I believe the purpose of the journey isn't just about following a path that's always considered absolutely right. It's more about doing your best to choose the right path for...
I don't know what you've been through. That's why the Galaxy Rangers need to uncover the imposter. Just in case. I have a backup plan if the Memo Keeper doesn't show up.
You sure have a lot of cards up your sleeve.
Well, go... By the way...
What's your plan?
It's simple.
No need for that.
Wait. Are you getting scared?
Are you leaving, esteemed?
Huh? As Donna's White Oak. But didn't you just say...
Ha ha. Looks like you are a bit intoxicated, esteemed guests. You ordered a bottle of Asdana's White Oak just a moment ago.
Looks like your Memo Keeper friend has finally arrived.
Oh, right. Sorry, my memory's not the best. I'll be waiting for you on the Astral Express.
No mistake. That's her message to you. She knew the hotel wasn't safe, so she suggested we find another place.
Well, looks like we took a detour, but now it's back to the Astral Express. So, what are we waiting for? Let's go.
You're back? 2 guests just boarded saying they were looking...
Oh.
2 guests?
Yeah, or 2. Look, we welcome all passengers on the Astral Express.
My apologies, conductor. It was an oversight on my part. I assumed you were already acquainted with the garden. Given the chaotic situation in Penacony, the Nameless are the only ones we can truly trust right now.
You are the Memo Keeper.
Pleased to meet you, Dan Hung. I've seen you in others' memories. And as for Boot Hill, this is our first face-to-face meeting.
Finally, Memo Keeper. Well, let's cut to the chase. Spill everything you know.
That's precisely what I intend to do. But before that, please allow me to introduce myself. My name is Black Swan, and I serve the Garden of Recollection as a Memo Keeper. As for Acheron's story, I'm sure she knows it better than I do.
Greetings. I'm Acheron.
What? You Garden of Recollection shirtbag! You betrayed me!
I apologize, but she did that at my request. Due to certain reasons, I have been exiled by the family. Thankfully, this Memo Keeper came to my aid and helped me escape their surveillance unnoticed.
To be honest, it was more like stalking than helping. And the process was far from...
I asked her to guide me to a place beyond the family's reach and to contact a few trustworthy individuals. Namely, all of you.
Trustworthy? Son of a nice lady. How about this? I'll put a few bullet holes in your head and see what secrets spill out. Then, we can talk about trust.
It doesn't have to be like that. I'm willing to answer all your questions, but not right now. If my cover hadn't been blown, we might have had more time, but at the moment, we don't have any other options.
No other options? What do you mean?
This is the only way I can ensure everyone's safety. I kindly request an immediate warp jump out of the Astana star system.
This passenger is requesting...
As far as I can tell, she's not a threat, and seems to be telling the truth.
I've briefly traveled with your companions and know their whereabouts, Danheng. Please rest assured, your nameless companions are safe, but they need our help. As for Boot Hill, you may have guessed, I've been waiting for you. Galaxy Rangers are known for their elusive nature and limited contact with each other, so this was the only way I could reach out to you. Only by doing this can I find a true Galaxy Ranger and fulfill a long-standing promise. To return his relics to their rightful owner. Someone once told me that every rainfall is like a gift from the heavens, a sign of their mercy upon the world. Raindrops are said to be the tears of the gods, shed in response to the sorrows of the world. Their constant pouring is a reminder that the gods haven't abandoned us yet. So, how long has this rain been going on for?
I used to believe, just like you, that it would eventually stop. Looks like the god you mentioned doesn't exist after all. Well, mortals who walk the paths are like sailors on a vast ocean, and for some...
Like those shadows on the ocean.
Sin-thirsters, the obsessions of the Pathstriders. They emerge from the nihility and head toward it. They were once my dear companions. A group of Galaxy Rangers.
Are you watching over them?
Watching over them? No. I'm guiding them toward transcendence. It was a brutal war. A crusade that shook the universe. The unwavering determination of the Hunt followers persists even in death. As for me, I've suffered.
But you know, these sin-thirsters, they're not who they used to be.
Does this seem pointless to you? Well, some tasks have to be done, even if they are pointless.
I can help you.
For what?
For the meaning of the nihility. That's what I've been seeking.
I see. After all this realm, thank you, stranger.
Before we part ways, I have one more question. It is true that their actions and even their entire lives may seem pointless from our perspective. But if, and it's just an if this is what the departed ones expected, should we try to change it?
A good question. And a profound one. I don't know the answer. What I do know is that one day, I too will pass away. And when I did, someone will stand at my grave and place a bouquet of flowers on it.
When I appeared as a child, my speech, mindset, and soul reflected immaturity and innocence. As I grew into adulthood, I left behind my childlike side.
I humbly request your blessings, esteemed advocate of Shipe.
Come to me, my kinship.
As you wish. I have faithfully served the Alfalfa family for nearly a decade, out of laziness.
Do you sincerely repent?
Yes.
Have you examined?
Oh,
Are you willing to accept the process of atonement?
Yes.
Very well.
Oh, praise Shepe. And thank you, esteemed advocate.
Next, please step forward.
I wholeheartedly confess to you. Please, pardon my sins.
Rest assured.
Oh, great.
I see.
My children, but the Bloodhound family got wind of it.
The family is ready to forgive all sinners.
Oh, thank you.
Next, please step forward.
Hey, long time no see, Mr. Sunday.
I have sought their presence with us. Let us proceed.
Sure, let's just get this over with. That's it. Nothing more.
Do you seek to atone for your sins through good deeds?
My sins? Well, starting to sound like a saint, huh? You think nobody knows what your precious family has done? Before you start spouting off your holy verses, answer me this. Well, I've spent enough time in confession today to enter the Harmony's paradise, right?
Oh, revered, who can judge this? Who can vouch for the weak? Who can comfort the... If the strong defending the weak, then who?
Brother? Brother? Brother, are you all right?
I'm
fine.
You've been working non-stop on the Charmony Festival, Mr.
No need to worry about troubling.
It has always been our wish to make everyone happy, even if the negotiation does not go smoothly.
You know, since arriving in Penacony,
The Dream Master rarely grants an audience.
Perhaps you'll be the first guest to meet the Dream Master in years, Mr.
Let's hope we can reach it.
Indeed.
It's about time.
Don't worry. I'll be waiting here.
Dear, it's Mr. Sunday! Hey, come over here!
Looks like someone needs help. Let's go check it out.
Mr. Sunday. Hey, if I just reached out my hand...
The moon?
Yeah, but it's no big deal. They told me not to sell everything I had just to come to Penacony.
Selling everything you had?
Why? Can't you see? It's better to be here at Penacony.
Is this truly living?
Huh?
Oh, it's nothing, sir.
Oh, yeah, that's... See you around, Mr. Sunday. And it was nice chatting with you.
What's up, sister?
This is the land the man we ran into. Even though sweet dreams are nice.
I suppose you have a point.
Why do you say that?
You think that man is not actually living. But that's... People believe they have a predetermined value to fulfill. However, value doesn't come out of thin air.
Are you suggesting that...
Exactly. But, ironically, people don't think there's anything wrong with it. The survival of the fittest. No tragedies exist here.
Perhaps that man is just an exception.
Yes. Seeing is believing.
Glad to meet you again, Robin.
It's going smoothly.
You're too kind, Robin. I can't stand being lonely or bored, so...
But if this went on forever...
And every day you get to wear fancy clothes.
But you know...
That's exactly why I don't plan on bringing anything back. Only in this sweet dream can I true.
I see.
And I wish you a fantastic performance, Robin! I'm off to the Blue Hour for the ball. See you later.
Seems like that guest's perspective didn't resonate with you either.
She had a valid point. I could sense her genuine happiness.
What you're trying to say is...
Well, she did make mention of being...
However...
No. And the paradise we yearn for shouldn't be just a fleeting dream either. The scenery in this dreamscape is truly breathtaking, isn't it?
Oh, Robin. You're right.
A philosophical mind.
Oh, not at all. No. With...
It's my pleasure.
Yeah. And then, all my comrade. They have. And I'm truly grateful for that. My physical body is now in the dream pool, sustained by life support. My true appearance.
So, you'll be living forever in this dreamscape.
Just meet my world has been torn apart. How I envy those everlasting things.
That old man's story. It's so tragic.
That's precisely why this sweet dream in Penacony exists.
However...
There will be a way out. Penacony is already on the right track.
Look what we have here. A lovely young lady. Brother, what a surprise to see you again.
Show yourself. Your trick won't work on us.
I've heard that a skilled mass fool received it in...
Barely.
Now that you've had your fill...
What? Now that you have the real Robin, I'm useless? Oh, you should be thanking me. Because if it...
That was a personal request from the head of the Iris family.
The Charmony Festival? I don't care what you're thinking, Chicken Penacony.
Stop it.
What's the rush, Chicken?
Our paradise is none of your concern, Master.
All right. I'll go. But Robin, I suggest you seriously consider this. Do you really believe those living in dreams can escape pain and find true happiness? Well, I've done my part. Here, the last 2 gifts for both of you. And it'll be thrilling. Bang!
I heard a raven cawing in the distance. It seems the Dream Master will arrive soon. Let's wait here for...
Okay. By the way, brother, seems like a lot has changed during my...
Well, someone has to stay awake even in this sweet dream.
But that someone doesn't have to... The paradise in our Penacony is nothing...
Remember the old man we met earlier?
That might be true, but that path may have been more ordinary. Is Penacony granting these people...
Well, don't forget the future for humanity is like... Do you remember how we took in that little...
Yeah, we took care of it.
Well, shortly after you left.
I had surmised as much. I knew you wouldn't have avoided mentioning the bird for no reason. Despite that unfortunate outcome, I still believe it was the right decision. Birds aren't meant to spend their lives in cages. They belong in the sky, even if they can't fly.
But here's the thing. If there are birds in this world that can never fly, can we really assert that they belong in the sky?
Are you implying that the same goes for humans too?
Let's take the Astral Express as an example. The Nameless made tremendous efforts to bridge worlds, gaining fame across the universe. However, only a few. That's because the pursuit of the Trailblaze exceeds the capabilities of ordinary humans. Otherwise, why would this path be filled with broken rails and abandoned express?
That's just sophistry. If that were true, then only the powerful would have the right to determine the...
Unfortunately, that's exactly what happens. Another name for the future is self-value. While this world has its fair share of heroes who inspire people and garner admiration for their heroic deeds, the majority of ordinary people, some are born weak and vulnerable. Some find themselves trapped in unfortunate circumstances. Some fall victim to malice and cowardice. When it comes to survival, everyone is equal.
That's why we should care for the weak and support them as if their suffering were our own.
While the Harmony holds noble aspirations, the strong will always be strong, and the weak will always be weak. Even in this carefree dream, in the end, if people can't even secure their own survival, they won't care about the illusory future of equality. As long as the...
But if people don't live for the future, do they merely exist for survival? If even you...
People often forget that when the first bird took flight, the entire world envisioned a future where no more fledglings would ever crash to their death.
Are you reading, sister? What are you reading?
Mr. Gopherwood gave me a picture book. It's about the story of the harmonic strings. If I could become a chord master, I'd like to summon Dominicus, the harmonious...
I see. Then, I would summon the harmonious choir too.
Don't you have a wish of your own, brother?
Of course I do. It's just that... Then,
let's build a stage there, and invite everyone to our performance, so that both our wishes come true, through the power...
It's a deal, then.
Yeah, it's a deal. But how can I become a chord master?
Maybe you will have to become a star first.
You're back sooner than I thought. Any results?
Yes. And now, it's up to us to forge ahead.
Since he's already carried out his last wish, but pardon me if I sound curt. It's good. Why else would he have chosen to... Do you have the numbers?
God,
As I see it, relying on what Penacony is our rival's home turf. We're more familiar with the Stellaron's properties than most.
That's right. But the problem is... So, no... What's that supposed to... So, I heard that as long as we clinch the top spot, we'll be able to attain the title of Festive Superstar, and be able to So, how do we go about participating in... I've already... to tell you the truth, I had been preparing to join the auditions all along.
So they're still running this thing, huh?
We'll follow March's plan.
I'm afraid I won't have the time.
Should we ever cross paths again? I'd love...
All right.
And Miss Firefly, we thank you for...
We've already come this far together.
This is also the spirit of the Trailblaze.
me, you four.
As the last group of contestants, how confident are you in...
Would you be open to a brief
Your journey is long.
The sword and rose!
A knight's head is hard as steel.
People are pouring in. Kinda feels like all sorts of baddies are showing up. Let's get in there quickly and enter the competition.
Ladies and gentlemen, please make way. Make way. Allow me to introduce myself. I'm the director of So Glad's factory.
Hello, everybody. I'm...
Don't can't hide it anyways. Hello, everyone.
Hello, everyone.
So it's a bunch of nameless guests.
This place is buzzing.
That's right. This venue is a miniature representation of a past time known. Nameless, you arrived once during a particularly the dream-chasing era was I wholeheartedly. That's
Hello, everyone.
trailblazing into the.
I hope that.
A one.
Safety first, everyone.
Waiting for you, Art, and in the last, those are the rules.
Everyone, as the March and I haven't known this...
Fine by me. Let's do it.
All right. I don't have a problem with that.
We'll split into the assigned groups then. Let's not waste time.
Welcome to the school. Now, make your choice. Allow me to introduce the rules of this challenge to you. There are 3 Your task is to also a bit of trivia.
Oh, just take a... You two. Envision that you both. You're driving an old clunker now. Miss Gray Hair.
No, that's not right. You usually express it.
Very good. Now,
This is great! I love living...
very good. Very intense. Suddenly, rain falls from the sky, wetting your lips. Now, Miss Greyhair, what line...
That's not right!
But at this moment, you're perhaps fantastic! Up next, you'll be...
I hope these tests won't take too long.
Here, you two are picking up from where we left off. At this moment, what should you do to make her laugh? Right answer. A tug at the heartstring. You have no choice. The good. Fantastic.
I leave Penacony.
Of course. However, the
Welcome to the finals. Two companions arrive on Penacony. Many years later, their paths cross once more in the thriving Penacony. Against the backdrop of a give it a shot. Try.
This is...
Your performance is far from... God, I never imagined...
Huh? But we haven't even...
Brilliant! You're beautiful!
We have passed the test. We ought to hurry up. Stellaron is at stake.
Congrats to both of you for clearing. Look at the time!
That red hair can tell.
You'll find out event. You have the option to choose now. Dear friends, well, it is said that these enter into the world.
If it's a gunfire trial. Ready? 1, 2, 3. Are we?
Very good. Look, in this, alas.
with Hanu. You look like you could really... Long time no see, huh? Oh, listen, but you know... Now, Ska, I can't wait.
Let's stay alert and make sure those monsters don't spot us. Look up there! If we can push that thing down, do you think that would do the trick? Finally, that's all the jigsaw pieces. Let's hurry back.
Oh my! Hurry now!
Are such Disconnecting from that thing so suddenly has left me feeling slightly disoriented. Is that Hanu? What exactly is he talking about?
Tick-tock! It's time for me!
Clocky?
In Dreamville, Clocky is... Hanu says, battle! Wait! The enemy is... Touch that suspicious-looking TV right now!
So they just... Sheesh. Well, here we go again. Ready? I am gradually getting used to this.
Oh, last we spot brave...
But...
Guess what? Hanu's...
The storage room. It's behind the shelves, right? He wasn't lying. There's actually a bazooka here. Now we should have a way of dealing with those baddies. This thing feels just like the soaring locust too. Careful. It looks like we've got... Here we go again. But no... That should be all.
Oh my! Hanu is...
Well, that's that.
Congratulations! In the final stage, welcome to the 33rd.
No way. I think I just saw someone. Someone extraordinary.
Are you...
Bear witness to
This is where we can Thuman scales.
Word cleansing dragon.
Lance ablaze! Lance forward! Still waters of oblivion.
Naughty child.
I sense a storm.
Rise to the challenge. You are fighting a gentleman. Put forth all your might.
Free will, or was it fate? Destiny for oblivion.
Time for a shot. Nap time.
I weep for the departed. It did not fall.
Rise to the challenge. Behold, this symbol of pure.
Still waters of oblivion.
Naughty child.
The strength. Heaven's servant. Break. Awaken Thuman scales.
Word cleansing dragon.
I'm on guard. Lance ablaze! Lance forward!
Pledge on your
That's better.
Do not fret.
Put forth all your might.
Lance at the ready.
Bear witness to
Just in time. Just a little something.
Nice teamwork.
Nice. The flesh wound.
Heaven's surge.
weep for the departed. It shall fall. For oblivion. The flesh wound. Another journey begins. On the still waters of oblivion.
Do not bear witness. Let the duel commence.
Awaken, dormant scales.
Blood cleansing track.
Lance ablaze! Lance forward! Free will, or was it fate? Destiny for oblivion.
Cleanse thy glory. Put forth all your might.
I weep for the departed. It too shall fall.
Just a little something.
Don't worry, it's just a scrape.
Time to change.
We don't have much time. In that case, let's make our way to the end. Penacony's really thronging with talent. I hope we make it in time.
Congratulations to the both of you on becoming the festive superstars of this year's Charmony Festival. On behalf of the organizers, as previously promised, my sister, Mr. Yang, and I have met with the Dream Master. Both I and the Oak family cannot acquiesce to your request. We acknowledge the perspective of you, Nameless. Penacony does require change, but not as you propose. The planet of festivities cannot and will not revert to a place Through your journey of overcoming obstacles, you must have glimpsed the essence of that era. The vulnerable, ultimately, only heroes like yourself. But I would dare ask, if you did not possess the special status of a dystopia for the survival of the fittest, or a sweet dream paradise for all.
That's not the point!
Mr. Sunday, even if the members of the Oak family can't fully agree on what to do about the Stellaron, the Stellaron issue concerns the life and death of everyone on Penacony. This way, we'll at least know what Welt and Miss...
Navigator, let's talk about our tribulation and our final course of action.
You mean to say that for the longest time, there have been scoundrels who would use the Charmony Festival that I have bequeathed to the Master?
Indeed, Dream Master.
This is indeed surprising to me. Do you have...
I'd like to ask, if I have offended the...
Dream Master.
Sunday, Robin, the magnitude of this matter is enormous. Sunday, might I ask you to beseech them to cast their light unto me?
I will do as you command.
Robin, could I entrust you to be present?
I will do as you command.
May thy will be carried out on earth, just as it is in the heaven.
Oh, triple-faced soul.
Let us begin. There is no...
Understood. Question. Have you devoted your life to your god, never worshipping other gods?
Naturally.
Do you love your god as you do yourself? Always heeding that...
Naturally.
Have you strayed from the path?
Never.
Have you ever been inordinate with your ass?
Never.
Then, a final question. Do you swear to fulfill all vows, past, present, and future?
With the Eon as my witness, if I do not...
They have seen your faith, and have endorsed your faith.
Just a moment.
What is it, Mr. Yang?
I have another question I hope to have answered. To my understanding, the family's harmony and prosperity have never relied on so-called divine laws. The god you both mentioned, are they truly Shipe?
Mr. Yang should know that those belonging to the family toil together as if they were kin. Such a delicate and complex symphony. Which other god could perfectly harmonize this, if not for the Great One?
Perfectly harmonize. Therein lies the problem. It isn't an outsider lurking in the shadows who changed the harmony, but a dissonance that has served. In the distant past, there existed an Eon. With one flick of the wrist, they crafted the laws of the cosmos. Later, they fell. Though an Eon may perish,
Mr. Yang, being overly astute can be a debt.
So this is how it is.
For the sake of our grand cause, Sunday.
What?
Sorry, Robin. It's just you. I did not...
So, this is the true reason I can't sing? The shadow that envelops Penacony is actually...
We were never children of the harmony. Our ideal paradise could not have been crafted by Shipe within the foundation of law, humanity, and through harmony.
Unbelievable.
What have you done with Mr. Yang and Miss Robin?
Don't worry. I just gave them some time alone to ponder their fates.
You should know that these actions make you...
Should we need to stand against your efforts for the justice of Penacony? Patience is a virtue.
If it is the order that drove you to imprison Welton...
You're mistaken, Miss Himiko. Penacony and the entire universe, natural selection.
So you've decided to resurrect...
If Miss Himiko is interested, I'm willing to divulge the unembellished. So, come with me, everyone. Let us retrace our steps and see once again where this road leads.
Huh?
Welcome. This isn't...
Did you do the same to Welt?
It's a tuning process. Tuning allows you to intuitively grasp my feelings. Now, everyone, please look at the huge screen. From this point on, you will I believe after going through similar predicaments. Let's begin. The first decision. A story about a baby bird. This story happened when Robin and I were later on. Robin and I lived a time with nary a care in the world. That baby bird was tiny. We decided to build a nest for it right there and then. It was clear that if we left the fledgling in the yard, we decided that when it regained its strength enough to spread its wings, its destiny was determined by our momentary whim. Now, I pass the power of choice to you all. Stick to the original plan, and build a nest with soft net where the Charmony dove fell. Or build a cage for it, and feed it, giving it the utmost care from within the warmth of a home. I eagerly await your answer.
I can't, even if I was...
It looks like he really... Back to the question. No special reason.
That guy just casually throws this if it were me. After all, leaving it...
Interesting. From what I've observed, even if they shy away from humans, as for the choice you made. This story happened when I was appointed as Bronze Melodia. It was during that period that I had the opportunity to hear voice. He was a dream chaser. He told me he had a plan in place after hearing the dream chaser's story. I'll tell you the outcome soon. Will you do as I did and try to convince the Bloodhound family to stop their pursuit so that the dream chaser may live peacefully and realize his wishes? Or will you remain silent, leaving him to languish while the hounds are hot on his heels until his inevitable judgment arrives? I look forward to everyone's decisions.
A dream chaser's pet. What?
we choose to ask the Bloodhounds to cease their pursuit.
It seems illegal stowaways are... He sold his kids to chase him. With that thought, there's only one choice. Let the Bloodhounds send him back home.
I'm honored to witness you arriving at the same decision. First, the outcome. He attained, now then. Did he realize the wish he set out to achieve? He told me the reason he was in this predicament in the end. As to your choice, and the story this time is my own. This story happened the day I was appointed the Oak family head. What surprised me was that the Dream Master had only come to deliver a letter to me. The letter contained the usual pleasantries, anecdotes from her travels.
Do you know who wrote this letter?
My sister, of course. But
to help you grasp the false...
From what the letter indicates...
Correct. Has she mentioned...
A stray bullet?
A war has broken out on that planet. She hoped to ease the people's suffering with song.
Is she all right?
If the operation was successful, she should probably be recovering. By the eon above, the bullet struck her neck directly, yet possibly as a reward for her
Those damned savages!
Now you understand why she always wears such elaborate neck ornaments.
How could this happen?
It's all in the past, so please don't worry. Likewise, I've prepared one last question, because this is merely a fig. Would you still support Robin's journey on the path of harm?
I often feel like I've dreamt of similar scenes on certain nights. Their confusion and fear are lucid to me. But if Mr. Sun with each trailblaze,
Miss Robin's courage is admirable. But the fact that she is also Mr. Sunday's younger sister? No, I doubt...
I can't believe that happened to Miss Robin. The strong defending the weak is a great mantra, but if I had to pay such a price...
I see. I am now aware of everyone's stances. Raising these questions merely serves to illustrate one point. The plight of Penacony cannot be salvaged by the harmony. The true foundation for a sweet dream paradise. I know the suffering of being tormented. The turmoil of losing your way. How sorrow, and even despair, set in when matters don't work out. All of this causes me unending pain. We must teach the weak how to live a happy life. And this life isn't some noble propriety.
So what is your definition of living a happy life?
Good question. Human consciousness is fundamentally an illusion. A cage known as self. When one mistake after the next permeates the masses, they become impossible to trace. Thus, the amassing of these individual cage nature is always accompanied by predation and sacrifice. Its antithesis, that is what I want to do. Unite people's happiness under the banner of order. They won't need to make bitter choices any longer, nor face the weaknesses of humanity. Simply describing thoughts is far too abstract. So allow me to provide a simple example. During these hard-earned rest days, people are given the chance to extricate themselves from the stress. And it is only on these days that people do not have to adhere to the law where the strong prey. From where I stand, society's ideal system should be 7 rest days. Following Sunday, there should ensue a second, a third, and indeed an infinite. And thus, there would be no need to bear the hardships of reality. Only in this way can you make Miss Firefly. You who are stricken with entropy loss syndrome.
It's sound.
But
The cost is minute, merely a personal and eternal sacrifice. If this paradise is to be
awakening. Which means that this so-called paradise is still a dream. Stepping into this paradise means forsaking reality.
It is not forsaking, but transcending. Flesh, blood, sorrow, weakness. If the physical is the root of spiritual suffering.
But in this supposed bliss, people won't have defeated their demons. The chance to overcome their tribulations would be forever lost to them.
That's another way of understanding it. But there is no shame in escape. On the don't you agree, Miss Firefly? But this is not in conflict with the grand plan. Only in acknowledging this.
I admit that you are a born leader. But unlike you, I live for the self. From my perspective, individuals making choices, the want to escape may be innate in the weak. But whether they are weak, perhaps in your mind, because I don't think so.
Since Miss Firefly has said her piece, the Astral Express will also naturally give... We'll leave it to you. Just as Mr. McHale instructed...
What is this place?
Does this place ring any bells, Misha?
I don't...
It's the realm within a dream bubble. This Dr. Edward from the Dreamscape sales, so I thought you might be able... I'm counting on you then.
Himeko,
I wasn't sure. It was... Exactly. The question now is, who brought you here? We're drawing closer to the truth once more.
all right, but...
I guess... I'm not entirely sure, but let's give it a try.
Wait, you managed to choose the right door on your first try?
Weird. If I remember correctly, hold on.
This could be a case of amnesia. Since this place seems familiar to you, why don't...
Yeah, then let's check out the rooms I just mentioned.
Mikhail, that's so...
I'm sorry. Anything special? Mikhail?
Grandpa?
But we haven't... Could you tell us more?
Yeah, sure. He didn't want every time he came back.
It appears that this... So, where is your grandpa now?
He went off on a new journey. So, where has Clocky gone? Did he leave to protect Dreamville?
Tick-tock. Tick-tock.
You and...
Yeah, they follow Miss Mirror.
Sailor?
Could you tell us more about the compass?
The compass is a ship.
That's a great story.
Huh? Oh, weird.
Perhaps, Clock.
I think I hear the sound of water.
You once mentioned there's a magnificent fountain up ahead. Look, there it is!
The water was every time I get...
Have you recalled any?
Yeah. He often said that those moments felt like returning to...
I'm not an elder.
Perhaps every adventurer far from...
Yeah. Back then...
It seems this...
Yeah.
But this raises more. Could this be...
I'm sorry. Perhaps I'll...
I wish to share your burden.
We're going to the opposite side, right?
No. We should turn left here.
Uh-huh. Something feels different about this place.
Up ahead is... Grandpa's study. It was in that room that I saw him.
The atmosphere...
Misha! You finally come!
Clocky!
Are those books on the bookshelf logbooks left behind by that sea?
Yeah. He described how to ensure that on that day, I asked him if I could go.
What sound?
He told me about a vast ocean in the sky. An ocean of... He said that...
A train?
It's... Then, he said, the distant sound...
Exactly, Misha!
Yeah.
This is the dream
Do you remember?
Hey, this...
Looks like we're just one...
This is it. While I've spent my time here,
So...
Yes, this dream...
Wait. Why did...
Marge, do you remember when she mentioned the clock?
Yeah, the little guy here, right? But we all saw him in...
Looks like everyone on the Astral Express has a childlike spirit.
The answer lies in the Astral Express. Her experience shows that neither Firefly nor Acheron can see this Clocky. And when we were in Dreamflux Reef, you may have noticed that for some reason, nobody outside of the crew had ever talked with Clocky. A mimetic life that can only be seen by a select few?
But Misha can see Clocky too, right? They even grew up together. But Misha hasn't started.
That's the key to the mystery, March. Have you ever seen anyone outside of the crew interact with Misha?
Wait. No, wait!
That's the answer, March 7th. This dream bubble is the place where I was born. And I'm a dweller in this dream. Just like a memory zone meme. I should have stayed here and waited for you.
So it's not that the Watchmaker's dream bubble is empty, but rather, and the whistle you heard was the sound.
That's one way to see it. How about we start with your name? Now, should we call you Misha?
Thank you all for helping me rediscover my true self. I was born on Lushaka, in the Presmere system. Adopted by seafarers Mikhail and Char. They gave Mikhail Char legwork. Or simply, Misha. If you prefer, you can call me by a more familiar name. The Watchmaker.
So, you're the Watchmaker himself?
Unfortunately, that legendary figure. As for the child who has been with you, he's the innocent protagonist of... And this also marks the beginning
At the end of the journey, I left this little flame, which I so cherished. However, he somehow left the dream bubble and forgot all about his task. I apologize for all the confusion this caused.
Because he was born with a desire to trailblaze, wasn't he? I don't think Misha has forgotten his role as a guide. The one who brought our unconscious friend here must have been Misha. If that's the case...
Well, I have a sarcastic friend who says I always take big detours and end up back where I started. But in the end, you found me. If I may apologize, the Stellar part is real. I left my homeland as a child and embarked on the journey of Trailblaze. I've been moving forward all my life, doing what I could to overcome the obstacles. So, if you ask what's left within this worn-out train engine that can be called a legacy, now that you're well aware of the current situation of Penacony, I certainly hope that you'll help me get this world back on track. But I'll leave that decision to you. For the path, all I have for you is a story and 2 gifts. I want to give you my pocket watch. It has accompanied me throughout my long journey, and my hat too. The one who navigated for me. Now, it's time for you to make your choice. Once you've made up your mind, open that door. I'll be waiting for you at the end of this corridor of time.
All right, everyone. Although I don't think anyone will have any objection.
Of course. We've come...
In that case, then let's proceed together to the end of this.
Mikhail, where are you going?
Someone has to step up and save Lushaka.
Please don't go.
Even without me, you know how to proceed forward, brave Captain Misha. Now go! Board!
Where are you going, Mikhail?
I'm going to clean the floor in the parlor car.
Wait, first tell me, did you fix this watch?
Yeah?
I know what it looked like before.
Well, it's hard to explain. It's the hands, Mr. Amundsen.
I see.
but I...
Don't worry. You've got what it...
Where are you going, legwork? It's... I'm staying in Astana with... I see. This place. The people of Astana have only achieved a tiny Don't worry. Not all journeys lead to the stars. Yeah. This is Mr. Hammond. When he departed, farewell, legwork.
Don't worry, Micah. Someone has to be at the forefront of the interstellar frontier.
Because you're all we have! Have you forgotten? But what will happen to Penacony if we... Tiernan. We Nameless won't stop if I don't come back in one piece.
Where are you going, old man?
Oh, you're here.
Answer my question. What are you up to?
Relax, Gallagher. I just came up with a great idea.
Oh, come on. If you die too...
Yes. I'm afraid there's no way out in Penacony. We'll organize a festival.
So...
Desperate. Make sure to send an invitation to the Astral Express.
Misha! Where are you going?
Oh, it's you, Clocky. Last night, I had a long dream about the day we met.
Write it down? Why?
Oh, so I won't forget it.
Of course.
Yes, but I was a kid. I wanted to have a pocket.
Yeah.
But you know what? It was. So, your name should have been Compassy, and the Watchmaker is just a nameless.
We've arrived at Dreamflux Reef. So, where to next?
You know, Clocky, I don't think I'll be going anywhere else. I've traveled far enough, and it's time. No, I'll stay here. And then... this.
This is... where it ends? You told me that the
Yeah, that's what I said. So now, it's up to you to decide your next destination.
My next destination? What's that supposed to, Misha? You're acting weird today. If you're feeling...
No, I'm not feeling down. As for clockwork, yeah, it resolves all problems in this dream. So, do you know what clockwork actually is? Well, everyone gets lost at times. They may hesitate and doubt which way to go. That happens in this dreamscape, but don't worry. Whether it's calming, joyful, angry, or sad, all they need is a little nudge to take that step. I'm leaving that little nudge with you, and I hope you'll share it with others. Such is the essence of clockwork, the will of the Trailblaze. Clocky's hands spin around non-stop, indicating confusion, frustration, and weakness. But ultimately, people still need to move forward.
Just like your hands, always pointing ahead. This is where my journey ends. From now on, it is your path to walk.
Trailblazing means taking paths your predecessors forswore and venturing even further. The Penacony in Mikhail's dreams does not belong to Order.
that Eon would cast a glance at Penacony at a time like this? Is it because of the resonance from the legacy of the Trailblaze? Or perhaps the bond between...
Well, there might be another possibility. Perhaps they want to witness, on behalf of the fallen Eons, who will hold the future of Penacony.
If that's the case, on behalf of the Dream Master of Penacony and the 107,336 members of the... I'm cordially inviting you all to the Penacony Grand Theater to participate in the upcoming Charmony Festival. And, of course, since the future of the Stellaron, Penacony, and even the entire cosmos is at stake, if you truly believe in Akavili's path, then show me their courage and determination.